It's a new year. Come on, it's a new year. Start looking at where your money is going for 2023. Start setting some goals and some baselines. Happy New Year! Yay! Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. I pray 2023 will be a prosperous year for you, a great year ahead, a year where all your dreams, hopes and aspirations and all the goals that you've written on your vision board or on your prior board will come through this year. I pray that even while you're working towards achieving those goals and getting those goals, that you'll realize that even if you make a mistake along the way, it's okay. For you to be successful, failure is a part of the game, and you gotta learn that when you fail, you get back up and go again. So I pray that this entire journey for you for 2023, that you'll achieve your goals. And even if you make a mistake, even if something don't go how it is supposed to go, because there's a saying that even though the path towards the end goal might change, the goal remains the same. So I wish you all the best, business wise, success, family wise and career wise. All the best to you in 2023. Okay, all right, so coming in the new year for this year 2023, I thought long and hard about the type of content I want to do on this channel going forward. And one of the things that I noticed was that I was mostly doing content for persons coming to Canada. But it's not just for people coming to Canada. Yeah, I want people to come to Canada, but it's also for people who have relocated in Canada and now starting life. This channel is definitely about if you're coming to Canada, planning on living in Canada, starting anew. This is what this channel is about. I'm going to share my journey with you as a new immigrant in Canada and the entire journey and the process. It's a lifestyle channel. I started doing vlogs along the way, and then I kind of stopped a little with the vlogs. But for 2023, we're going to pick that up again and start doing that more. This video today, this video is for persons who are in Canada and persons who are coming to Canada. So it's for both in Canada and coming to Canada, or even if you're going to a new country. That's what this video is for. So the title you can see is how to save money as a new immigrant in Canada. We'll be right back. Nobody, absolutely nobody couldn't like pat me on the shoulder and come and like whisper and be like, girl, and tell me this. Like nobody, y'all couldn't just tell me this. No worries, I'm gonna tell you in this video. In Canada, even when you're walking, you spend money. In Jamaica, we don't have this big commercialized type of lifestyle. But in Canada, everywhere you go, like coffee, there's a coffee shop everywhere. There's always something new to try. In Canada, every season, see, Christmas just finished. Now they're celebrating New Year's, like your goal setting. It's a big commercialized type of industry. So you find that every time there is something new, the fast food places do it. Everywhere you go, there's always something new to try. And especially as a new immigrant, you're going to be like, oh, let me try this new thing. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Do not fall into the trap of trying. Yes, you're new and you want to try certain things, and they're going to be like, oh, a limited time only. God knows there are so many things that it's always a limited time. Right now, currently in Robson Square, they are having ice skating in Whistler. They're having different festivals, different nights from January until March. They're also having skiing thing, all sorts of things. I ain't used to all of these types of snow events, and a part of me is like, ooh, you should try it because you only live once. Yes, I only live once, but at the same time there are so many things to try. I ain't going to make a list with trying everything, because at the end of the day we are adults. Ain't nobody coming to save you, and you can just say, I'll just be like, okay, to be financially wise, I'll be like, okay, I'll try one thing this month. Next month I might try something else, or maybe for 3 months I'll just try one new thing, because at the end of the day every dollar counts. As a new immigrant in Canada myself, I'm gonna tell you, if you go outside you spend money, to breathe you spend money, to walk, just going about your business, you spend money. It's like money constantly leaves your account, and especially when you're new and you're on a budget, there are some things that you need to know if you want to save those coins, okay? And I'm going to talk about them. You may not like some of the things I say, but trust me, in being in a new country, if you want to see your money, because you gotta work hard for your money here, if you want to see it, you gotta learn to live below your means. There's no if nor but nor maybe. When you're starting out, you need to learn to live below your means, and one of the ways that you can save money when you just move to Canada is by living in a basement suite. I said it. Is by living in a basement suite. Yes, it's someone's basement, and at the end of the day it's clean, spacious, nice amenities, right? Nice amenities, and everything is included. So why would I not take the basement for $1,300 than pay $2,400 in an apartment, or $1,800 in an apartment? That's right away $500 more in my pocket. Get you a basement apartment. If even not a basement apartment, get you an area or a location that is cheaper. Do not go for city areas. Do not go for penthouse types of apartments. Do not go for brand new apartments, because there are so many different ways to get your money when it comes to rent. So get you somewhere where it's affordable and utilities are included. Another way to save money in Canada is by taking public transportation. Public transportation is really reliable in Canada, but the thing is, like, when I just got here and I had my money, and you know, I'm checking, I'm like, I was coming from Jamaica and I had my own car. My husband had his own car. Anywhere I wanted to go, I got in my car, went about my business. And even after coming here, I did do a video where I tell people, oh, save, wait before you buy a car, or if you're buying a car, get a used car. So after being here a little while and then not driving, I was like, you know what, girl, I'm broke, but I'm not that broke. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get me a car, and then I justify it by saying I'm going to do DoorDash, so that way I can make that money to pay for the car itself. Because I'm the type of person, before I do anything, I'm going to try to ensure that it pays back for itself. And guys, I'm telling you, I bought this car. I bought it for my birthday. Yeah, because I was like, yes, I think, you know, I think I deserve a car, because I can't bother with taking the bus. Not that the bus is unreliable, but I like, because they're coming from driving, it's like I just wanted to drive back, because I'm like, I can drive on my study permit with my Jamaican license, so why not drive? Guys, I didn't keep that car for long. 3 months later, I sold that car. I sold it because at the end of the day, you realize, okay, first and foremost, I was paying $256 to be exact, I think, for insurance. Then I was paying another $200 to $250 on gas, and also then you have parking. I'm in British Columbia, where it's a city area, so anytime I'm going anywhere, most places, especially in the downtown area, I gotta park. and even in areas outside the city, for the downtown areas, you gotta kind of pay for parking. There's always paid parking. Most cases there's paid parking, and that was also eating another expense. And then when I tried doing DoorDash, I realized DoorDash, you don't make a lot of money from DoorDash. I'm sorry, it was like minimum wage. I was like, honestly, every month I know $500 is just going in spending on maintaining a car. And then you have the other hidden fees that after 3 months or 4 months, you know, you gotta get maintenance for this vehicle. You know, it's expensive. Like, it was getting real expensive. And I did calculate these things before, right? But then what I was trying to justify was that, okay, I'm going to do DoorDash to offset some of these expenses, or I'm going to, you know, my job that I'm working, I'm going to offset some of the expenses with my work. But then it was when you had it, then you realize, okay, DoorDash ain't offsetting much. And you think about it that, okay, having a car, you realize that with a car, unlike when you don't have a car, with a car, all of a sudden you want to go more places, so you need more gas. With a car also, the more places you want to go and explore because you have a car, it just add on other expenses than if you're actually walking. And I won't lie, I was like, when I was going to sell my car, my friends tell me, no, don't sell it, because at the end of the day, it's not like you can't afford it. But I'm like, yes, it's not that I can't afford it, but it's taking $500 from me. I realized that when I have a vehicle, you spend more naturally. It's like, it's so easy to get in your vehicle to drive to the mall. When I don't have a vehicle, I think twice before leaving my house, because I'm like, nah. I'm coming from a country of Jamaica. You have one tire and it serves you for 1 year, 2 year, right? In Canada, I never thought about this. No one told me this, that in Canada, right, when you have a car, you have to consider that we have different seasons. So you have to change winter tires, right? And then the other tires that you would take off, you need to store them somewhere until winter is over, then you put on back your tires, right? No one told me that. I knew that you maybe need tires, but I thought that I think they have all season or all weather tires would be good enough. But it turns out that in winter it's safer if you actually have on winter tires, especially if you have bad winters and winter storms like we had this season. So nobody told me that. And I'm telling you from now, if you're coming here and you're planning on getting a car, think about that added expense, and think about if you're living in an apartment, where you're going to store those tires. You're probably going to have to pay an extra fee for storage, for storing those tires, because you don't want to throw away your good tires because you have to put on winter tires. It was at that point I knew I messed up. Yeah, I was like, I did not see this coming, because I thought I could use all season or all weather tires. But you can, but it's at your own risk. And for me, one thing on a car that's important for me is tires and brakes. So, yep, if you don't have to get a car, don't get a car. But if you have to for work purposes, then get you a used car. Number 3, how you can save money when you get to Canada is by buying used furnitures. You have Value Village and you have thrift stores. So you can go to Value Villages and you'll get furnitures, mirrors, you'll get things like these, hustle, grind, execute, other things that you can get there discounted, like $2, $3, cheap, dirt cheap. And you clean it off, take it home, put it up, and it looks all nice. Thank me later. I wouldn't recommend anyone to get bed or anything that's going to touch your skin from Value Village, or anything that you're going to eat or drink out of. I don't buy those things at Value Village. But anything like a chair, chest of drawers, you know, those little new furnitures that you're going to need, I would say you can get it at Value Village, because with the dressers and drawers you can wipe it down with your alcohol, your hydroperoxide, and your baking soda, clean it well nice, and you can put in like a layer of sheet inside there, like a spreading thing, then you put your clothes in it. So that's another way you can save money, because furniture, sofas, those things are very expensive here in Canada. A lot of universities have food banks, and I don't promote it, and it's worst case, but you can go, because I've heard that persons have been there and they don't have to give no student number or any social security number. But if you're going to go and you're asking me for social, then find another way. But the food bank is one way you can save money on groceries here in Canada. But there are some where you don't have to give anything, you just show up and they give you what they have. One hack of saving money in Canada is to actually go to the clearance section. When you go in any store, go to the clearance section first. Look to see if you got any cute things or anything that's low on clearance before you go and buy something for regular price. Clearance, baby. Last but not least, another way is thrifting. Thrifting is a big thing here. Like when I said thrift stores, like you can literally buy used clothes. Sometimes when you go in Valley Village, you find clothes that still has tags on them that are brand new. They didn't wear it, but they donated it, because when you donate, you get points. That's another way, especially like for winter coats, when you're coming and you probably don't want to spend $300 on a Canada Goose winter jacket. They are expensive, like maybe $500, $300 and something dollars, right? So if you can go to a Valley Village and see that name brand and it doesn't look too bad, you can get it to the laundry and clean. That's one way of saving money. You'll be balling on a budget. That's the thing. You see, when you come here in a first world country, there are some things maybe in our culture we would not have done, or would say no. But here you realize it's a business. Everything here is a business. And I try sometimes to go to the outlets, because sometimes the outlets are cheaper than malls. Malls are like premium prices. That's what I get to realize. So when I go there, I always go to the clearance section. I ain't paying premium for nothing, so I go to the clearance section. When you can go to the outlet. You get things cheaper at the outlet. And otherwise, you need to learn to try to shop online, or shop when there are sales. I love Bath and Body, right? And I don't know, every time I kept going to the mall, I always buy in Bath and Body, because they always have something. They always, oh, buy 3 things with a spray and 2 lotions, mix and match, and you get 2 free. And you think, oh, that's a good sale. That's not good sale. That is not a good sale, because every year Bath and Body has 2 annual sales for the year. Yes, they have 2 annual sales for the year, and at those times, those points in the year, you can get things for dirt cheap, like really cheap. So I would suggest, you love Bath and Body like I do, wait until it's their annual sale. You stock up on all that you need. Also, another thing that I have done personally, I love Bath and Body, yes, but I decide I only buy Bath and Body when it's an annual sale. And if I am out of any product for Bath and Body, I'm going to the dollar store. I'm gonna buy a hand soap that smells good from the dollar store. And that's something I'm trying to incorporate, and cutting out buying some things unnecessary for namesake. Because being a new immigrant, you need to learn to save. You need to learn how to cut back on some areas of your life, just so that you can get to where you want to. The last time I did this big drastic cut back and watch everything I spent was when my husband and I were building in Jamaica, because you know, we had a goal. And now again, I have another goal, so or other goals, and I'm realizing, hey, you see, you can be working 6 figures, but you don't budget and spend your money wisely, I'm sorry, it's just going to go. You see the difference with Canada and Jamaica? Canada makes it so easy to get your money. Like, you literally, everything you can literally use your phone. I don't remember the last time I see physical cash. It's so easy. They make everything paying easy. And every time you go outside, I'm telling you, there's always something new. I said this already, even on the sky trains here, like every stop where there is a train, like you stop, there is some commercial place like a mall. There's some shopping center area where the train stops, just so that you can see it. There's always a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks at the stops, just so that they can say, oh, I think you might be thirsty, you might need a little refresher, or I think you might need some coffee from all that traveling. There's just always something there to grab you, and before you know it, you realize that you're going, and every day you start spending $5, $6, $7 on a cup of coffee. It just becomes a routine. Not saying that that will make you rich if you stop buying coffee, I don't believe in that, but when you start certain habits, it's hard to break. Ask yourself, how many times you go to the coffee shop? In your home country, maybe once or twice a month or once a week. Here, it is right there. Like, people make it a habit just to hold a coffee in their hand. It's a lifestyle to take that coffee to the office on your day. I don't know, but it's one I am not creating that slippery slope off, because it's $5 more in my account that will add up over time. Tell me, what are some of the ways you think that you can save money when you get to Canada? Let me know. Your time, you learn to value your time more, and hence every money or every dollar that you earn for giving of your time, I'm telling you now, you need to learn how to use that money wisely, else you're going to always feel like you don't have enough money. Because yeah, I'm making more here now in Canada, but if I follow Canada lifestyle, I'll feel like I'm not earning more. Get what I'm saying? You earn more, but then you're like spending it off. In Jamaica, I was driving. Now I'm not driving, but I'm earning more. Is it a case that I can't afford a car? No, that's not the case. But then you find you're spending your money on things that, clothes, makeup, skincare, micro fiber eyelashes. No, these are glue on, right? But yeah, it's just the truth. You have to manage your money. You have to. Why is it that here, like, people go shopping a lot, right? When you have winter, it's cold. If you don't have much places to go in winter. Yes, they are advertising things that you can go and spend money on doing, right? But you really don't want to go outside because it's cold. So why do people here keep on buying new clothes, new things? Even when you go outside, it's cold, so you have on your winter jacket, so ain't nobody seeing your nice outfit underneath. Why people waste money on things like, you know, buying 10 pairs of shoes? Do you buy clothes to look nice so your friends can see that you look nice? Why do you buy these things? And when you're going places, you're only really wearing the ones that you're comfortable with. So for 2023, just be more wiser with your money, even here in Canada. Like, be wise when it comes to spending. Your money is precious, and when you actually try and save your money and take it seriously, you'll be surprised how much money you have at the end of the day. And I don't know about you, but you see my face light up? I love to see money in my accounts. I love to see my money in my account. Even if you're going to try new things, because you're in a new country, you're going to want to try new things, have a list that, okay, when I go there, because anytime I go to a park or any new thing that they have, I realize they always have ATM machines there ready for you to get cash if you need it. Yes. So you have to tell yourself, okay, if I'm going to try this, I have a $50 budget and spending more than this, and you have to budget yourself before you go, because These are ways, and this is the truth. This is the truth. You're here and you're working so hard, right? Because when you're here, you're going to work hard. They're going to work you for every dollar. That's something. Don't get it twisted. It's not like Jamaica where you have some downtime in the workplace and you sit and you talk and you chit chat with your friends. You might have a little of that, but I'm telling you, more often than not, that's limited, and they're going to make sure you work for every dollar. And because you find yourself working for every dollar, you try to make sure that when you're spending it, you know where your dollar is going. Because if you don't tell your money where to go, it will just leave you. It's just the truth. And that's what you want to do when you come to this new country. You're going to start creating new habits, and you want to make sure that the habits that you are creating are good financial habits. So learning to watch your money, control how you spend, so that at the end of the day, nobody can look by you and say, broke foreigner, they are foreign for much years and you still not achieve certain things. You have to watch your money. That's just the truth. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you learn a thing or two from this video, and you learn to start watching those dollars, that it counts. I know maybe you dream of maybe, because a lot of persons have this thing where they feel like when they make it in life that they don't have to look at how you spend money. You just be spending money because you made it, right? But that's not true. When you make it in life, that's when you start realizing that, hey, my money counts, and I'm gonna spend it on things that doesn't add value to my life. So we're all trying to chase financial freedom, early retirement, learn a side hustle, find a side job, maybe start YouTube like I did. It helps me because I get to give back, and at the same time I grow as a person, and I love that for myself, and I love that I'm helping people, because I can't believe how many persons I've met already in person here in Canada, and that's joy. Sometimes I'm hurrying though, but that joy, just talking, because they know me and I'm like, oh, I don't know you, but you know, a connection. So anytime you see me, guys, please, I might be hurrying, but don't hesitate. Don't just look at me. Don't hesitate to say hi. I know when you see me in person, guys, I ain't look this glammed up, no, but you'll recognize the face. Say hi. Say, I know you from YouTube, and I say hi, because then I'll know. Because you know, when you don't know someone and you're wondering, should I? Yeah. So if you say YouTube, I'll be like, oh yes. All the best to you. Thank you so much for watching, and give yourself a clap. Thanks, you're the real MVP. I wouldn't be able to be monetized without all of y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I love you all. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Bye.